Yesterday, June 18, the prosecution abandoned real evidence. Instead, they play a newspaper article, not a witness, to prove Nnamdi Kanu ordered 2,000 killings. A DSS witness claimed he saw ESN members eating human heads, yet admitted no investigation. The judge even allowed it as evidence. Today, June 19, we are going deeper, dismantling the Vanguard tale and demanding real facts in court. After this clip, you will understand why this case is a media trap and why truth must win.
Greetings, Barrister.
Thank you.
Okay, today, June 2025, was slated for the continuation of trial between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We observed today the PW4, Mr. DDD, was called into the witness box to testify their role in this very case. Please, could you also tell us what happened within your powers? Because I understand there has been a sort of order, regarding divulging information. But go ahead, please.
Well, thank you very much. Today, PW4, known as DDD, continued in his testimony before the court, and he further identified the statements he made, his evidences in the previous sitting. He acknowledged that he attended the container as well as the exhibit Z, which is the transmitter. He also went further to give more evidence with respect to the happenings, the killing of Gulag, the killing of Ikonso, and the issues of sit at home. Under cross-examination, he admitted that Gulag was killed on a Sunday, contrary to the assertion that he was killed on a Monday. He also admitted under cross-examination that is one of the documents he tendered, and that is the Vanguard online publication, which he tendered in the last sitting. He admitted that anybody who releases such confessional statements to the police, to the public, or to the press is acting prejudicially. There are so many other evidences he gave, which we may not analyze at this point in time, because we do not want anything that will hamper or reduce the integrity of our matter. We strongly believe that the prosecution is most likely going to close this case before Friday, on or before Friday. It all depends on what happens tomorrow, being Thursday, when a new witness is most likely going to be presented by the prosecution according to the prosecution lead counsel. So if they present that witness, we know what the witness will say and possibly cross-examine him either the same tomorrow or Friday. But we thank God for everything, and as we always say, the level we have gone so far is the level I call the surrogate level. Even the more, that is the spirit, the dance of the spirit. Our fingers are crossed. We all have hope, very, very high hope. And it's our very strong belief that Omo Chineke, wherever we are, will continue to maintain the peace as we have always been known to maintain. So far, the evidences tendered, to my mind, has not shown that Omo Igbo or Biafrans or Omo Chineke were responsible for any killings. Rather, the evidence has shown that 200 people were killed in Nkpo by state security agencies, including the Nigerian Army, the police, and the SSS. That is the evidence so far we've gotten, that over 200 persons were killed. Of course, we've not also seen the 2,000 heads, human heads they mentioned. We've also not seen the 30 heads they allegedly claimed Biafrans had assembled for the burial of Ikonso. So there are so many things, so many loose ends. which they've not been able to tidy it up. We thank God because it shows that our client is innocent and will continue to be innocent. It is for them to prove his guilt, and so far we have not seen such proof before this court. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
The legal proceedings surrounding Nnamdi Kanu remain a focal point for many Nigerians and international observers. His detention and trial have sparked intense debate, raising fundamental questions about justice, human rights, and the rule of law in Nigeria. This ongoing legal saga is more than just a court case. It is a significant test of the nation's judicial system. The world watches closely as the process unfolds, scrutinizing every step taken by the prosecution and the judiciary. Kanu faces serious charges, and the prosecution has presented its case. However, the defense has consistently challenged the legality of his arrest and rendition, arguing procedural flaws and constitutional breaches. Critics point to the handling of the case as potentially undermining public confidence in the justice system. Concerns persist regarding due process and the speed at which certain aspects of the trial have progressed or stalled. Despite the complexities and criticisms, recent legal developments have offered glimmers of hope. The Court of Appeal's ruling, though later challenged, highlighted significant issues with the government's approach. This ruling of the appeal court represent crucial junctures. They provide a legal avenue through which the defense can pursue arguments for Kanu's unconditional release based on interpretations of Nigerian law and international conventions. The High Court's decision is now the most anticipated development. A ruling in Kanu's favor could pave the way for his freedom, potentially resetting the political and social landscape surrounding his case. Conversely, an unfavorable outcome would prolong the legal battle, continuing the cycle of trials and appeals. The path ahead remains uncertain, but the focus is firmly on the judiciary's final pronouncements. The hope for many lies in the justice system upholding its principles independently and fairly. The outcome will have far-reaching implications beyond just one individual, impacting perceptions of justice and governance in Nigeria.
In a courtroom designed to protect justice, the prosecution shocked everyone by relying on a newspaper article, not official testimony, to accuse Nnamdi Kanu of mass murder. They read from a Vanguard publication dated July 3, 2023. It claimed a man named Benjamin said Kanu ordered him to kill 2,000 people and that he managed to kill 30. But this Benjamin has never been found. and has no signed statement on file. Yet his alleged story is now exhibit. The defense team, led by Aloy Ejimako and Onyeshi San, rose to challenge the admission of the newspaper. They argue that news article cannot replace a sworn witness or verify evidence. But to the shock of many, the presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho, overruled the objection. The Vanguard newspaper was marked as an official exhibit. Why does this matter? But now the court has legitimized media narratives as part of its official process, potentially opening doors for propaganda to become proof. If a newspaper can lock up a man today, tomorrow it can bury the truth. Share this video now. The world needs to hear this. Hashtag justice for Nnamdi Kanu. The DSS witness, code name PW4DDD, continued his testimony, and what he said next shocked observers. He claimed that during a raid on an ESN camp, he saw human heads and bodies being eaten. Yes, you heard that right. He said ESN members were cannibals, but when asked by the defense if he had a video evidence, medical reports, or even a writing report, his answer was simple no. He said he saw it, but provided nothing. Horror without evidence is not testimony, it is theater. Like this video if you believe court deserve truth, not ghost story. The courtroom grew tense when the defense asked, "Where is the man you quoted? This Benjamin, did you arrest him? Did you interview him?" The DSS witness replied, plainly, "No, we have not found him." So let's get this straight. A man who allegedly made one of the most serious confessions in Nigeria recent legal history cannot be found, was never cross-examined, and his word were only published in a newspaper, and yet his story is being used to prosecute a man. A ghost cannot be your witness, and silence cannot be your evidence. The DSS also claimed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu owned the radio transmitter allegedly used for Biafra broadcast. When asked how they confirm ownership, the answer again led to the Vanguard newspaper. No receipt, no custom record, no witnesses who saw him install or operate it, just physical observation and more assumptions. Property ownership without evidence is fiction. That is not law, it is gossip. If you want real evidence, not media quotes, share this video with 5 people right now. Another twist came when the prosecution submitted a document from the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC). It stated that transmitters in Nigeria must be licensed, and this one wasn't. But the NBC report did not say Kanu broke any criminal law, nor did it confirm any harmful broadcast was made. The defense didn't object to the NBC document, and that silence was powerful. Why? Because that document may actually defend Kanu, not harm him. It proves the transmitter wasn't licensed, but doesn't link Kanu to crime, and certainly doesn't prove terrorism. You can't hang a man with a rule book that never mentioned him. While the prosecution danced with headlines, the defense kept their cool. They let the court see the contradictions. They didn't shout. They didn't point out every flaw. They didn't panic when the judge accepted the Vanguard article. They simply waited, patient and strategic. They know the more lies they allow in, the easier they will be to destroy later. Sometimes silence isn't weakness. It is a trap for the lie to fall into. Observers inside the courtroom described Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as calm and collected. Despite all the drama, he wasn't frustrated. He didn't argue. He didn't look defeated. He nodded when his lawyer made strong points. At times, he even smiled. This is not the body language of a man broken by pressure. This is the posture of a man who knows the truth will survive. When a man stands strong in silence, the lies start to tremble. Today, June 19, here is what we expect in court. The judge may revisit the validity of the Vanguard publication. Cross-examination of PWF DDD may continue. DSS may try to bring in a new witness. This could be a turning point because now the whole world, including US embassy officials who were present yesterday, is watching. Will the judge recognize that media and rumors cannot replace due process? If today doesn't bring justice, it may be the day the world lost faith in Nigerian law. Let's be honest, this is no longer just about Nnamdi Kanu. This is about the future of judicial independence in Nigeria. The battle between truth and political narratives. The difference between evidence and media fiction. If the government succeeds in jailing a man using newspaper articles and unverifiable witness, then anyone watching this video could be the next. If lies win this trial, truth lost everything. Like this video, comment your thoughts. Do you believe Banga should be in court? Share it with friends, family, and freedom lovers. Subscribe. This fight needs more eyes, more hearts, more truth. We are now standing at the most sensitive point in this trial. Will the court begin filtering truth from tale, or will it keep treating news as nuclear evidence? Stay tuned, stay sharp, stay on the side of truth. Hashtag justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag say no to media trials.